Hey guys, welcome back. You see that one in the background right there? Let's just say south of the border trips were made. A couple things were noticed, and we're going to show the videos, and we're going to talk to Robbie about what's going on and the changes that are getting ready to be made.
Weight reduction.
Okay, we're just going to kind of recap a little bit of everything you watched right there. Go ahead, Robbie.
Thumbs up. Well, should be doing thumbs down, but some blood might run out. I don't know. So, yeah, you've seen kind of the struggles we're having. The car has slowed down a little bit, substantially. Well, I wouldn't say a little bit, I'd say substantially. And I kind of thought it was just the summer air. If you know, we put a little shot of nitrous on the car for spooling, just thinking the air, the heat, and stuff was really affecting it this time of year. But I did notice that the track is taking a little more dome pressure to make boost once again. Kind of just was putting everything together, kind of chalking it up as just the air and stuff we were battling with the hot temperatures. But I noticed at Mooresville a few weeks ago, one of my turbos was not really spinning at an idle. It was kind of like stuck. But you rev it up and it would start spinning. So I reached out and they just kind of said, it might could be due to high oil pressure or trash in the oil. But I knew it wasn't trash in the oil because it's just fresh oil change. They suggested maybe send them in for rebuild stuff, but at the time, so much racing going on, they really have time. Just kind of thought that they said it could be normal, so just kept racing the car. And like I said, I mean, it went PBs early in the year when the turbos are fresh, so they're good turbos. I just don't know if they could handle the boost that we were putting through it, and just the RPM and the shaft speed, and just so on and so forth. So kind of leads to where we're at now. If you see my Facebook post today, we put Leo's turbos on, as you can see in the video. His 80s, I kind of chalked it up that they were probably going to be too big to spool even with nitrous and be kind of lazy. And the turbo kit probably wasn't ideal because it did hot side, cold side, and everything all in one day, and some things didn't really fit like I wanted, and so it was just kind of choppy.
It's kind of trial and error.
Rush thing just to see if they would work.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
wasn't set in stone to stay.
My turbos, I feel like they were a little too big anyways, but they worked well, and you know they spooled up good without nitrous until this issue started, and you can kind of see in the compressor housing on one side it dug a groove into it pretty good. So we wouldn't have known that unless we tried Leo's turbos. So thanks to him for that. And then so all that worked out. Come back Saturday after doing that testing, and first thing, you know, pulled the turbos off Sunday because I found some VS Racing 6673s that a guy had down in South Carolina. Went and picked those up for a solid deal, or I wouldn't have done it because this is all just trying to make dig or die. And actually, that turbo size could be ideal to work out the rest of the year based on what they're rated at and the horsepower and the flow ratings. And it's the new Gen 2 turbos, so it's got a little bit better, you know, wheel technology and stuff. So those turbos may stay on the car the rest of the year. So today I'm working on it, and you know, you might see a video tomorrow or Thursday. Just kind of, it's a hectic week. We got a lot of projects here going on, so this slows it down. You know, we've been working hard, not getting home until 11 o'clock past 2 weeks, probably every night. Just so, anyways, long story short, was actually fitting up those turbos today. Got the hot side fixed on the passenger side, and you know, taking more time on this turbo setup because if these turbos do work out, they're, like I said, they're going to stay on the rest of the year. So hopefully, I wanted to make it look nice like it was before. So I was trying to take my time grinding, cutting everything straight. Because with Leo's turbos, the hot side stuff, we just, it was a rush. It was a mad dash. We got done 10 o'clock Friday night. And, you know, it was just a rush and kind of throw it together to see if it worked. Because we knew it wasn't a permanent solution. It was just going to be enough to get us through the weekend. So these turbos, like I say, I've said it a couple times, but want to keep them on here hopefully the rest of the year if they work good and make the power I want to see. We won't really know until we go to a front side again. But so I was taking my time cutting everything. Like I say, I got the passenger side fit up. It fits like, you know, you see some of those fitment videos on TikTok and the pipe just falls right in and it comes out. Basically that's what this does, so it should weld out very nice. Got to the driver's side, had this bandsaw has worked pretty good. It's not the best. It's one of the little table saws, you know, from Harbor Freight. I mean, you get some small pieces of pipe on it, and the teeth will try to grab on it sometimes. And most of the time, I'm able to hold the pipe and not have a problem. Never had any, you know, I always try to be very cautious of my hands and stuff around this. So this particular piece of pipe was rather short, and I was holding it against the stand. Probably should have had a clamp on it, but you know, you shoulda, coulda, woulda. And then put a fresh blade on it because the old blade was not really cutting very good.
It's probably a good thing you had the new one on it.
So it, yeah, long story short, it took my thumb with the pipe. The thumb is still there. It's
So
still
you still got
intact.
your trans brake.
Yeah, the trans brake is good. So Extreme Street at Dig or Die, if we make this turbo kit work, y'all are on standby.
What about the scramble?
Scramble? We'll probably just put that in the tune-up. I don't know if I'll be able to hit it. So we might move the button to the driver's side of the steering wheel. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure something out. We might not need a scramble if these turbos work. We'll see.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we're going to put Extreme Street on notice if we get this turbo kit done. Because we put a lot of work in the past week to try and make it to Dig or Die. And, you know, we've tested, got the weight bias where I want it, got the suspension set where I want it. I mean,
yeah,
the car is actually working good in the videos. It looks like it's working. The front, I think, could be a little bit tighter.
To me, and everybody's used to seeing you run on prep, the way it runs on prep. I don't mean this in a bad way, but it looks slow to me.
Yeah, it does.
But
look
that's
slow,
the whole
but
point of
actually watching the tire and suspension. Everything's
working. The bias is good.
So I think we got a good suspension setup. I just, like I said, with the turbos I had originally, I have tune-ups from Darlington, tune-ups from testing for backside races earlier this year, like a month or two ago, and they were very like lazy in the ramp compared to what I had the other night. And I'm big on making. I like consistency, and when I noticed that those tune-ups in the cars you see in the videos were turtles, I was like, I don't know, something, because like, say if it takes 10 pounds of dome pressure at 1 second to go a certain 60 foot, I was having to put 20 or 25 on it to make it do the same boost level at the same time. So like I said, I thought it was maybe just the air, but after seeing that turbo, it definitely explains the issue. So hopefully these little turbos I'm sure they'll light off fast, maybe a little too fast, we'll see, but they should be more suited for the motor. I talked to some people and they got the same size, maybe just a different brand. So I think made the right choice by going and picking these up last minute, and got Marlon and Leo. I think I recruited them tomorrow. They kind of feel sorry for me, so
Yeah.
as long as they can help with the fitting and the cutting, I can do the welding still.
And with that, everybody's gonna have to stay tuned for the next
stay
video.
tuned to see if we make it.
Yeah, to see
because
if we...
try to put out a video if we do make it before we actually race, because there's some questionable weather, but they're talking like it's Friday night into Saturday morning, and they talked about racing Saturday night, so hopefully it'll be okay. Either way, we're going to push to get this thing done, and then hopefully do some testing before we go down there. If not, we'll test down there and try to get a hot spot or something to upload a video and say, hey, we're here, hey, we're not here. Either way, we're going to go.
We're going to go.
But I'm sure there'll be a blue Mustang with us.
And however it works out, I hadn't really bothered y'all with this one because I was busy working on something else. But like I said, in the next video, I will show what you all got done pretty much and how the car reacts to it.
It should be pretty simple to get the rest of this kit done. Because for now that it's such a crunch time and this happening, I've got some, I hate using silicone couplers on stuff, but I've got some. And
worst comes to worst.
Worst comes to worst, I can throw the couplers on some clamps if I don't have time to weld and make it how I want. And then after dig or die, I can take my time that next week to try and get it more fit to the aluminum where I want it. So, yep, that's the hectic time we're in. So, like I said, we got a lot of projects going on. Sucks. This puts a damper on it. Can't be.
I will make it. We've always made it.
Nobody but myself at this point. So, like as Marlon says, why do we do it?
Because we're crazy.
Because
we love it.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we'll give a thumbs up on that one. You can come sign the wrapping this weekend.
There you go. All right, we'll catch y'all on the next one.